Now, a popular cross trainer is kept on 2 shelves in a storage. Now, the shelves allocated to the cross trainers is 1,8 meters long and 75 centimeters apart. Now, before I can even go anywhere, I can see that, why do I have meters and centimeters? At some point, I need to do something about that, but let's just see where the question is leading us to. So the depth of the shelf is 30 centimeters. Now, an illustration of the shelf is provided. So there we go. There's the shelf and there's the trainer. It says that the height between the shelves is 75. So that means this part, guys, is 75 centimeters. Okay. Then they're saying that the trainer, the length here is 1,8 centimeters. Sorry, meters. And then they're saying the depth of the shelf is 30 centimeters. Now, I can see that the odd one out is the length of the shelf. I think that needs to be converted, because if we need to calculate how many cross trainers are we going to fit here, then all of them need to be in the same unit of measurement. Now let's go and see what the question says. Question says that each pair of cross trainers is kept in a box. The box is 45 by 30 by 25 centimeters. Then they say that the shoe boxes must be stacked so that the brand and the size faces the front, which is what we can see in the illustration there. Try not to waste space, but keep in mind that no box may hang over the shelf, right? Okay, so fair enough. Yeah, we have opened the shelf up so that you can see basically what are we talking about, that the height between, right? So we stack the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. How do we know this, that we're stacking that? It's because basically we convert the length of the shelf from 1,8 meters to 108 centimeters. Now, we divide by 45. Why are we dividing by 45? Let me remind you that this is 45. So, length of the shelf against the length of the cross trainers. There we go. So we've stacked 4, just for you to imagine it, because it was actually 180 divided by the 45, which we got 4 boxes. So we now know that there is 4 boxes along the length. Now, what do you think? Can we stack these boxes behind each other? Now, that depends on the dimension of the width of the box and the depth of the shelf. We need to check, can this be times by 2 or can it just be 1? So let's see. Okay, so we have the first, second, third. How do we know it's 3? Because we know that the height between the shelf is 75, and basically this part here, if I had to remind you, was 25 centimeters, the height of this box. So hence we can just say 75 divided by 25, we get 3. Now we know we have 4, we have 3 layers. But question is, can we do behind each other? We didn't show that method. Can we do behind each other? Let's see. We can't really pack these behind each other, because you can see that this is the width is 30 centimeters, right? The width here is 30 centimeters, as well as the depth of the shelf is 30 centimeters. So they fit just right. We can't really put them behind each other. But it would be different if the depth, for example, was 60 centimeters, and then you find that the breadth here is 30 centimeters. Then we know that we can actually fit 2 of these boxes behind each other, right? Which will actually give us more space. Let's just put everything into perspective. There we go. Now, I am just basically trying to simplify this. As I said, we had this 101.8 centimeters, which was 180 centimeters. We just needed to divide by 45 centimeters, and then we got our answer as 4 boxes for the length. Then for this width here, we basically just said, okay, that is 75 centimeters divided by the 25 centimeters, which was the height of the box, which we got 3 boxes really. Then now we couldn't fit anything moving we couldn't put the boxes behind each other, so we were limited in that regard. So basically now we just need to fit 12 boxes on each shelf, meaning that the total number of boxes that we can fit will be 24. Okay, so it's just 4 times 3, which is 12 per shelf, and then times by 2, because there's 2 shelves, which we have 24 boxes in total. Right, it then says show how many boxes can be packed into the 2 shelves. We've already calculated that. Now it says each cross trainer sold at 650, including VAT. Calculate the total income that the owner can earn through the sale of all the shoes. How many shoes can we sell? We can sell 24 pairs. So it's basically just 15,600, including VAT. That would be the total amount or total income that will be earned by the owner. Right, and then now it says calculate the amount of VAT that must be paid over to SARS should the owner sell all the shoes. Now, we're going to say we're dividing by 1,15, right? And the reason for this, guys, is this is the price excluding VAT times by 1,15. I think you guys know that. Or 115% if you don't know the 1,05 situation. Then you get your answer, which is 15,600, including VAT. Now, if I want to work the answer that has without VAT, it means I have to say now the price excluding VAT would actually be 15,600 divided by 1,15. Then you get your answer as that 13,565,22. But I am assuming, guys, that you kind of know now how to go from VAT inclusive to VAT exclusive. I think by now you need to know that. I think it's a term 2. Those are the things that we did in term 1. Okay, now let's see. Then we subtract. We need to subtract the 2. So let's subtract the 2 to basically see how much money we owe to SARS. And then that's 2,034 rands and 78 cents of VAT.